Good evening, Prerna and Shifa.
Good evening, sir.
Good
All right,
evening,
both
sir.
of you. Welcome to the class. In the last session, we were talking about In the last session, we did a test in the previous session, but before that, we were discussing about the valuation of the goodwill. In the discussion that we did on Tuesday, in that class, we have discussed the meaning of the goodwill. Apart from the meaning of goodwill, we also discussed the various methods by which goodwill can be valued. So let's just quickly recall everything and then we will start with the question. So until now in this topic, we discussed the meaning, wherein I've told you that goodwill is the name and reputation of a firm which allows a firm to generate super profit, which allows a firm to earn some extra profit. Goodwill are of two types: self-generated or the purchased goodwill. In this topic, we will be specifically discussing about the valuation of the self-generated goodwill. There are various methods. Precisely speaking, there are four methods by which goodwill can be valued of a firm, which include the average profit method, weighted average method, super profit, capitalization, and capitalization method is further divided into two more categories, which include capitalization by average profit method and then capitalization by super profit method. In the last session, we discussed the average profit method only. I've already told you the formula which is required to calculate the goodwill by the average profit method, which says goodwill is equal to number of years purchased. Right. We did this question in the last session, question number 50. And apart from question 50, I think we did question number 51 as well. Or I think I gave this question as an homework to you. And question number 52 as well, I gave it as a homework. Right. So
Yeah,
just confirm whether you guys were able to solve this question or not. Question 51 and 52. Done or not?
done, sir.
Done. Okay, Shifa and Prerna, could you please tell me the correct answer of this question? Starting with Prerna first.
So 30 lakh.
30 lakh. Okay, Shifa, did you get 30 lakh as well as the value of the goodwill of this for this question? Shifa.
So 1 minute, I can't find it.
Okay, I'm waiting. Zainab, you were there in the on Tuesday, na? When we discussed this particular topic, meaning of goodwill and the valuation of goodwill by the average profit method. Yes, as far as I'm able to recall, I think you were there in that class. So just tell me whether you were able to solve question number 51 or not. Then you did this question. Anyways, so you see, this is the right answer of this question. 10 lakh is the right answer of this question. I'm sorry. 30 lakh is the right answer of this question. So Prerna's answer is absolutely correct. And apart from this question, I have also given you question number 52. And I'm sure that you also completed question 52. Prerna and Shifa.
Yes, sir.
Could you please tell me the answer, Prerna?
2,27,550.
2,27,550. Okay, anybody couldn't do it? Let me know. Shifa, Zainab, you tried this question.
No, sir, I got the same answer.
You got the same answer. That means I think the answer is right. 2,27,550 is the right answer. All right, well done, both of you. I'm not sure about whether Zainab tried these questions or not. I am presuming that she must have done this as well. And now we'll move to the next topic. We will do few more questions based on the average profit method only, like question number 53, 54, and 55, as well as 56 is also based on the same method. But prior to that, before moving on to the next question, we need to understand one very important topic here, which is the calculation of the normal profit. All right, so just give me a moment. Let me explain how does it actually work. See, mostly whenever we use the average profit method, you already know that under the average profit method, to find out the goodwill, what do we actually do? We every time, in order to determine the value of the goodwill, we multiply the average profit of the firm, average profit, multiplying it with the number of years purchase, number of years purchase. And as I've already told you in the previous class as well, that average profit is most of the time it is, you will be able to find this in the question. Average profit is generally there in the question, or there must be some information given in the question. Using that, you will be able to determine the average profit. Generally, what do we do to determine the average profit? Let's suppose we need to find out the average profit of the 4 years. So what do we actually do? We tends to add the profit of the first year, then profit of the second year, profit of the third year, profit of the fourth year, and divide this by number of years, that is by 4. And by doing this, we are able to calculate the average profit. But sometime the profit that is given in the question is not correct. Sometimes the profit that is given in the question is not right. All right, we need to keep that in mind, that whenever you want to calculate the average profit, you need to take into consideration the normal profit of a year, normal profit of a particular year. Unless and until we have the normal profit, we won't be able to determine the correct average profit. Now the question arises, how do we determine normal profit? See, most of the time it is given there in the question, but if the normal profit is not there in the question, then to determine the normal profit of the firm, what do we do? First of all, we take the whatever the profit, we take the value of the profit whatever given in the question, and then out of that profit we subtract the abnormal profit that we have earlier added, abnormal incomes that we have earlier added. To determine that profit, we need to subtract those abnormal profit or abnormal incomes. Abnormal income must be subtracted, and at the same time we need to add normal income, or the normal gains,
Abnormal deposit.
sorry, abnormal incomes need to be subtracted, and abnormal losses need to be added. Abnormal losses need to be added. So this need to be done in order to determine the normal profit of a firm. And only when you have the value of the normal profit, then only you will be able to determine the average profit. Now the question arises, sir, what are the items that are included under the abnormal income? What are the various income which is considered as the abnormal income for a firm? So these are generally considered as the abnormal income. Income generated by a firm by way of insurance claim. See, what do you mean by abnormal? Abnormal income basically means income which are not the income from the regular operation of the business. Income which does not arise from the regular activities, regular operations of the business are called abnormal incomes. Abnormal incomes. So whenever we need to find out the normal profit. Normal profit means profit from the regular operation. Whenever we want to find out the profit from the regular operation, what do we need to do? We need to subtract all non-operational incomes, right? All non-operational incomes we need to subtract. So therefore, to determine the normal operational profit, we will be subtracting these kind of income, because these incomes are not considered as the normal normal source of income. These are not treated as normal source of income, not the operational income, like insurance, that the amount of insurance claim, rent that we have received from any against some asset, land or building, bank interest that we have received on the deposit, donation that we have received, or profit on sale of any kind of asset. So revenue generated on sale of asset, donation, interest, rent and insurance claim are all abnormal income. You need to subtract all these incomes to determine the operational income, normal income of the firm. On the other hand, while calculating the profit, we what do we usually do? We tend to subtract all abnormal losses, right? And since these are all abnormal losses, that means these are not these losses are not related to the regular operation of the business. Just like abnormal income are not the regular source of are not the income from the regular source of the business. Similarly, abnormal losses are kind of expense which is not related to the regular business operation. So just as we tend to reduce normal gains, sorry, abnormal gains, similarly we need to add back the abnormal losses. Why we are adding it? Because we must have earlier subtracted it while calculating the normal profit. All right. So while calculating profit, what we have earlier done, what we must have earlier done, first of all, we must have added we must have added all kind of gains, right? All kind of gains must have been added earlier, and similarly all kind of losses must have been subtracted earlier. Now now in order to find out the normal profit, what do we need to do? We need to add all normal gains only. That means all abnormal gains must be subtracted. That were earlier added, we need to subtract it now. Abnormal gains must be subtracted now. And on the other hand, abnormal losses that were earlier subtracted, considering it as a part of the regular expense of the business, we will now subtract abnormal losses. We will add back abnormal losses. So this is how we determine the normal profit of the firm. And once the normal profit is calculated, we will be able to determine the average profit of the firm. I hope this point is clear to everyone. Zainab, Prerna and Shifa, tell me if it is clear or not.
It's clear, sir.
Yeah.
It's clear. Okay. So all of you, I want you to note these things in your notebook, and then we will start with this question. I want you to quickly note this down in your notebook, and you need to keep that in mind. You need to remember these 5 points that I have written under the abnormal income, that these are considered as the abnormal income, and whenever you see these item in the question, you need to subtract it to determine the normal profit of the firm.
Done, sir.
Done? All of you done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, moving on to the next slide. Please note this down as well.
Done, sir.
Done, sir.
Done. Okay. All right. So let's start with the question. We will start with question number 53 first. Okay. So question 53 says Divya purchased Jyoti's business with effect from 1st of April 2020. Profit shown by Jyoti's business for the last three financial year. For the first financial year, it was 1 lakh, and then the second year, it was 1,25,000, then 1,12,500. But while calculating the profit of 2017-18, what we have done included an abnormal gain of 12,500. Now, see, while calculating the profit of 2018, which is 1 lakh, what we have done earlier, we added abnormal gain as well. But now, in order to determine the normal profit, we will have to subtract it, right? Abnormal gain need to be subtracted. For the year 2018-19, the profit was 1,25,000, but it while calculating this profit, we have charged an abnormal loss of 25,000. That means we must have subtracted abnormal loss of 25,000. But because it was an abnormal loss, therefore, to find out the normal profit, we will have to add this back. Right. Moving on to the next year's profit, 2019-20, we have earned a profit of 1,12,500, excluding 12,500 as an insurance premium on firm's property now to be insured. Now see, insurance premium, keep that in mind. Insurance premium for the firm's property is a regular business expense. This is a regular business expense. What does this point say? It says that while calculating 2019-20's profit that we determined at as 1,12,500, we did not subtracted 12,500 earlier. However, this was insurance premium for the firm's property, even though we just by chance forgot to subtract this amount, or whether we did this intentionally or unintentionally. The thing is that we did not subtracted 12,500. However, it is a regular expense of the business. Now to find out the normal profit, we will have to subtract it now. All right, the question is saying calculate the firm's goodwill on the basis of the 2 years purchase of the average profit of the last 3 years, 2 years purchase and last 3 years average profit. All right, so I'm solving this question for you, and I'll be giving you the next question so that you can solve that. So pay attention, try to understand. I'll show you how we solve such kind of question. This is not too difficult. It is very, very easy. Just pay attention, try to understand. So we are solving question number 53. So what are we doing? We are doing the valuation of goodwill. goodwill of the firm, right? Now, first of all, to determine the goodwill of the firm, we will apply this formula. Goodwill equals to I want you to note this down, all of you. We'll do the average profit into number of years purchased. Average profit. How do we calculate average profit? We will take the profit of the last 3 years and divide this by 3, and this is how we will be able to determine the average profit. And the number of year purchase is only 2 years. Somehow, if we determine the correct average profit of the firm, we will be able to determine the value of the goodwill. Now, to find out the average profit, what we will do, we will make an extra working note. We will make a working note. Calculation of average profit. So profit for how many years are given? 3 years profit are given for the year 2017-18, 2018-19, 2019. We need to find out normal profit of these years. All right, so let's talk about 2017-18 first of all. So for the year 2017-18, you can see the profit that is given in the question is 1 lakh. However, it includes abnormal gains of 12,500. So now, to determine the correct profit, we will subtract. This is the profit that we made in the year 2017-18, but this include abnormal gains. So we need to subtract this 12,500. And subtracting it, we will get 87500. This will be the normal profit for the year 2017-18. Similarly, for the year 2018-19, we made a profit of 1,25,000, but this excluded abnormal loss. Sorry. So we will have to add abnormal loss of 25,000. So this will be 1,50,000. And in the next year, the profit was 1,12,000. Sorry, 1,12,500, and it does not include insurance premium that we have paid for the firm's property. However, it was a regular expense. So because it was a regular expense, now we will subtract it to determine the correct profit. This will be 1 lakh. Totaling this, we will get the total normal profit of the firm. So just a minute, give me a moment. $87,500 plus 1,50,000 plus 1 lakh. This will be 3,37,500. Tell me, everyone, is this point clear to all of you? Calculation of normal profit is clear, yes or no? Why we subtracted 12,500, why we have added 25,000, and why we again subtracted 12,500? Is these points clear to all of you?
Yes.
Okay, so if it is clear now, and we got 3,37,500 as the total normal profit of the last 3 years, all we need to do, put this value here, 3,37,500, dividing it by 3 years, we will get 1,12,500. Then we will multiply this by 3 and we will get the amount of, not by 3, by 2, sorry, and this will be the amount of goodwill. Right, everyone? 2,25,000. Tell me if it is clear or not. Is it clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. It's clear.
All right. Kindly note this down quickly. Everybody, please note this down quickly, and then we will move to the next question. If anybody is not able to understand anything in this question, let me know. I'll try to clear your doubt, or else we will move to the next question. And also let me know when you are done writing this. Done, everyone. Everybody completed? Done writing
Yes,
this?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Moving on to the next question. All right. I want everyone to try this question. I'm giving you 6-7 minutes. Solve this question. Tell me the correct answer of this, please.
Done, sir.
Done. Oh, who was that? Sorry. Prerna? Is that you?
No, sir, me.
Zainab. Okay. All right, Zainab. Uh,
Yes, sir.
you're still doing Shifa and Prerna?
So I'm
I
also
have
done.
Also done.
yeah,
All
I'm
right.
done.
Could you please tell me the answer, Prerna, first?
1,20,000.
All right, Zainab, you got the same answer? Is
Yes,
it
sir.
one? Okay, and Shifa?
Yes, sir.
All right, so in that case, since everybody's answer is tallying, that means all of you have done it correctly. That's right. 1,20,000 is the correct answer of this question. All right, so moving on to the next question. Question number 55. Try this one also, everyone. Or let's do one thing now. Since this question is also pretty much similar to the previous one, I'm sure that you will be able to solve this question. So why not let's move to the next point. Next question. This just take the screenshot of the question. This will be your homework. And the answer that is written over here, I'm not sure about the answer. This might be incorrect. I'm not sure about the answer. So whatever the answer that you will get, make sure you don't compare this answer with this one. It might be correct, it might be not. I'm not sure about this. All right, so done with the screenshot, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay, also take the screenshot of this one, or just a minute. All right, let me give you a little help with this. Question number 56. In this question, we are provided with 4 years profit, starting with 2016, 17, 18, and 19. Profit for the different years were given as 80, 145, 160, and 2 lakh. Then there are few adjustment also given there. It says the first adjustment says abnormal loss of 20,000 was debited to P&L account for the year 2016. So that means while calculating 2016's profit, we have by mistake debited, not by mistake, but while calculating 2016's profit, we have subtracted abnormal loss of 20,000 in that year. Now to determine the correct normal profit, you already know how to deal with the abnormal loss, right? We will have to add this back. Got it, everybody? Say yes or no, all of you, Shifa, Zainab, and Prerna.
Yes.
Understood this point? Okay. All right,
Yes,
moving
sir.
on to the second adjustment. It says a fixed asset was sold in the year ended 31st of March and gain of rupees 25,000 was credited to P&L account. Now you have to recall that we already covered this point, that whenever you earn any gain on account of sale of asset, here, just a minute, let me show you. See, it is written over here, profit on sale of asset. Profit on sale of asset is always considered as an abnormal income. So if you have included it earlier, to find out the normal profit, you will have to now subtract it. All right. Then point number 3 says in the year end at 31st of March 2018, asset of the firm were not insured due to the oversight. Insurance premium not paid was 15,000. And because insurance premium, I just told you in the previous question, that insurance premium is always considered as a normal expense, so it need to be subtracted. If we haven't subtracted it earlier, we will be subtracting it now. All right, so we need to subtract 15,000. Now one thing you will notice in this question, that adjustment is given regarding the year 2016. Adjustment is there for the year 2017 as well, for the year 2018, but there is no adjustment given in the question for the year 2019. That means there is no abnormal gain or abnormal expense for the year 2019. It means whatever the profit that is given in the given with respect to 2019 is itself be treated as the normal profit of the firm. I hope this point is clear, everybody. So I'm giving you this question as as homework. Kindly take the screenshot of this question as well. Okay, just take the screenshot. Let me know whenever you are done.
Done, sir.
Done, sir.
Done. Okay. Now let's move to the next method of the valuation of goodwill, which is the weighted average method. So weighted average method is very simple. Uh, Only thing is that in some question we need to prepare a format like this to determine the weighted profit of the firm. Now, first of all, just forget about this table and the format. Let's just first of all focus upon the formula of the goodwill. As I've told you in the at the very beginning of this topic that this entire topic, the valuation of goodwill, is completely formula based. Whether whether we talk about the average profit, super profit method, or the weighted average method, or the capitalization method, every method is completely formula based. So you need to remember the formula, and formula is not very difficult, right? You will be easily be able to remember the formula. The only thing that I want to uh, make clear at this point of time is that the entire topic is related it and entire topic is based on the formula. So for determining the goodwill of the firm based on the weighted average method as well, have a formula. So goodwill in this case is calculated by multiplying the weighted average profit of the firm with the number of year purchase. You can clearly see in this formula that we have almost the same formula in the weighted average, sorry, average profit method as well, right? We almost have the same formula under the average profit method as well. The only difference was, instead of weighted average profit, there was the average profit of the firm. But because we are applying the weighted average profit of the firm, weighted average method of the valuation of goodwill, therefore we will multiply the number of year purchase with the weighted average profit itself. All right. Now the question arises, how do we determine weighted average profit? So this is how we determine the average. This is the format to determine the weighted average profit. What do? We just take the profit that is given in the question. Let's suppose we are provided with 3 years profit: 2016, 2017, 2018, and let's suppose there is one more year, 2019. So what are we going to do? We will write down the profit of each year: 17, 18, 19, and then whatever the adjustment given there in the question regarding the abnormal loss or abnormal gain. Let's suppose if 2016, regarding 2016 there is an abnormal gain, so we will have to subtract the abnormal gains. Similarly, for the 2017 we have abnormal loss, we will have to add this back. Abnormal loss will be added, abnormal gains will be subtracted. This will be done in this column. Adjustment column deals with the abnormal gain and abnormal losses. Then after adjusting the abnormal gain and losses, we will find out the normal profit after deducting or adding the abnormal loss or gain, depending upon the situation. We will get the normal profit of the firm. And then we will multiply the normal profit with the weight. Weight will be there in the question. Weight of every year's profit will be there in the question. Weight will be something like let's suppose for the year 2016 weight is given as 5. For the year 2017 weight is given as 4, 3, 2, or some other value. Let's suppose the weights are given as 6, 3, 5, 2. So irrespective of the number, whatever they give, whatever the weight there is, you just need to multiply the weight with the normal profit so as to determine the weighted profit of the firm. And once weighted profit of the firm is determined, we need to just add all these weighted profit to determine the total weighted profit. And after finding out the total weighted profit, we will then total the weight, find out the total of the weights. And then we will divide the total weighted profit with the total weight so as to get the weighted average profit of the firm. All right. So let me make it more clear. Just a minute. Let me give you a quick example upon this. Just a moment. We'll just take a small example only. Let's suppose a profit for the year 2016 is 1 lakh. For 17 it is 2 lakh and 3 lakh. We will subtract, we will obviously, if there is abnormal gain, let's suppose there was abnormal gain of 20,000, there was abnormal loss of 30,000, there was again abnormal loss of abnormal gain of 50,000 was earlier included in the 2010's 2018's profit. Now after subtracting it, we will get 80,000, then 2,30,000 and 2,50,000. Then whatever the weights will be there in the question, let's suppose weight are 2, 3, 4. We just need to multiply the normal profit with the weights. So 8 2s are 16, 1,60,000, right? 3 3s are 9 and 60, 6,90,000, and it will be 10 lakhs. Right now, after finding out the weighted profit, we will total the weighted profit. So it will be approximately 16,90,000, 17 lakh, 18,50,000. Total weighted profit will be 18,50,000. Then we will total the weights. 2 plus 3 plus 4 will be 9, I guess. Yes. All right. And then finally, we will put the value of the total profit here, and then we will multiply it with the total weight, and this is how we will be able to determine the average profit. And whatever the average profit we will get, we will keep it here. We will put the value of the average profit in the formula, multiply it with the number of year purchase, and this is how we will get the value of the goodwill. All right, everyone, please confirm if it is clear or not.
It's clear, sir.
It's clear. All right, everyone, so everybody put this heading on your notebook. I want you to note all this thing in your notebook quickly. Everything, the format as well as the formula, everything. Do it quickly so that we can do 1 or 2 questions based on the same concept, and then we will wrap up this session. If anybody did not understood anything, do let me know so that I can explain you in detail. I can give you more explanation to this if anybody not able to understood this.
Done, sir.
Done, everybody else as well?
Yes, sir.
All right, everyone. So let's quickly do a question based on the weighted average method as well, and then we will end this session. So let's quickly solve question number 57. This one is very, very easy. So this says profit of the firm for the year ended 31st of March for the last 5 years is given. Starting with 2015 till 2018, we have a profit. We are provided with profit of different years. We need to calculate the goodwill on the basis of 3 years purchase of weighted average profit, and the weight assigned to every year's profit is 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 respectively. So that means weight for the year 2015 is 1, for 16 it is 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is it. I mean, the weight are given as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for different years. All right, so will you be able to solve this question? Because this is too easy, I think you will be able to solve it on your own.
Yes, sir.
So shall I give this as a homework?
Yeah.
Okay. And okay, and also take the screenshot of question number 58. So I have given you 4 questions including 57 and 58. This is also easy, so I'm not going to solve it. I'm giving you to try this one. If you are not able to solve it, I'll be solving this question along with you in the next class. All right, this one is easy. I want you to first try it. Weights are given for every year. Profit of the last 3 years is there in the question. In fact, yeah, last 3 years is there. You need to determine the goodwill of the firm, obviously by the weighted average method, weighted profit method. Okay. All right, guys, will you be able to solve this question? Okay, so this is it for the today's session. We'll discuss few more questions based on the weighted average method, and probably we will be starting this method, super profit method, in the next class.